Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you found your way here. I hope you click like, subscribe, and share, and that you drop a comment in the comment section below or in the chat, as it may be. You do have to be subscribed to be able to drop a comment in the chat. So this is on week 47. This is the week that we have ahead of us. I am still in my lair, still hovering somewhere else. And yeah, we're just going to really dive into the energies that are coming up, the opportunities that are presenting themselves for us. And we're going to go through from Aries through to Pisces. And we're going to focus on, of course, what's coming up for you. And at the end of this, we'll have a Q&A. Donations are welcome. Somehow I have to keep floating here. And yeah. So let's dive in. And I want to focus on the positive energies this time around, because I feel like I almost feel like, the spiritual community has kind of become the false prophet in the sense that everybody's so focused on Armageddon and doomsday and, everything failing. And, we're waiting for everything to fall apart instead of focusing on what's there for us to build up, what's there for us to work on, what's there for us to still do. And it's kind of gotten to the point where I'm wondering, which came first, the egg or the chicken? Is it what we're all focusing on that we're manifesting? Or is it really, stuff that is coming out that we can't do anything towards? So I don't know, but I want to focus on the positives. I want to focus on the good things. And what might be coming up, what kind of opportunities are opening up for us. And before we dive into that, though, I need you to take a deep breath in and out. And take another deep breath in and out. And another one. And as you're breathing in deeply, feel that connection to life. Feel that connection to life force energy. Feel that connection to ancient, 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 ancient currents of being. And it only takes a moment for you to reconnect, with life, with your life, with where you are right now, with the moment of your being, and to really realize that in this moment, in this one singular moment, you are okay. And allow that feeling to just flow through your body and just relax, relax, relax. Allow your shoulders to sink, your belly to expand, your body to feel heavy and comfortable. And if you close your eyes, just move into that space in your heart or in your stomach, wherever you feel that there's a space, that it is black and open, move into that. And as you're in that space, allow it to expand all around you, to grow past your physical limits. You're now sitting in the blackness. And I want you to exhale. And as you're exhaling, you're seeing a spark of light in the distance. And the spark of light is growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it is expanding more and more and more and more. And its first rays are touching you. And now you breathe in, and you breathe in that spark of light, that spark of your life, that spark of you. Breathe it in deeply, all the way in. Feel it expand through your entire body and being. your light restored. Feel that energy grow all around you, glowing, shining, sparkling. And exhale. And just be in the moment of your breath. Okay. Namaste. Hey, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Let's dive into the energies for the week ahead, the positives that are coming up, and we'll only look at those. And see what you can make the best out of this week and how things might work out for you. Of course, we're going to do all 12 signs. We're going to do Aries through to Pisces. And then I'll dive into a Q&A. So if you have any questions, hold on to them, hold on, and we'll get to them towards the end of this live. Of course, I am open for donations. Something's got to keep this ship going here. And I need to get home eventually. But and it's a long way. I think I'm out near Cygnus right now. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Sometimes you need a break and you need a breather. Okay, let's see here. Um, let's dive in and we'll start again with just the overall energies. The overall energies. And good morning to those of you that are just waking up. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. The overall energies, please. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I feel as if hmm, we're already looking forward to 2025. So a lot of people are probably thinking, I'm so glad when this year is over. I'm so glad when we have it behind us, when we can move into the next year and into what's coming up, when I can do things over. Because it always feels when we start a new year, like we can start fresh, like we can do things over, like we can scratch the slates clean and just move into something new, moving to something else. And so there are a lot of people that the energy is coming up again, and this is normal around this time of the year. We just want to get Christmas over with and move into the next year. Some of you love Christmas. You love this time of year. And that's what we're seeing showing up in the cards, literally, is this Empress energy. Mother Mary is shown here, as well as the Sun card. And so this energy that this year around Christmas, there might be something special coming in. Okay. I know I'm supposed to be looking ahead for this week, but they're telling me the Christmas story. And it feels as if there's some kind of a special energy that's coming in this year around that time. So we're going to see what shows up. We're going to see what happens. But it's a return of something. It's a return of some kind of an energy. It's a rebirth. Remember, the Empress is a birthing in this world. She's the channel, she's the tunnel, she's the vase through which everything is poured into this realm. And so there's a return of the sun. And of course, in December, it's the longest night, it's the shortest day. And we celebrate that, some of us, and then we're looking forward to the return of the sun. So the return of a new cycle, the turn of the year is what you can also see with this, that we're actually now looking forward to. But, and we're only looking at what we can work on, and Spirit's listening because it's showing me the work card here. This is the Three of Coins. This has to do with working together. But this is the Hanged Man, and it has to do with feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit, not quite sure which way is forward, hanging on. And hanging on to things that we maybe need to let go of. But some of us feel as if we're stuck on things that we need to let go of, but we can't let go because we didn't stick ourselves there, right? So it's almost as if something else has some kind of power over us that we don't want it to have power over us, for. And here with the Three of Coins, we're working on that. We're breaking that down bit by bit by bit. We're working together, we're tearing it down, and we're breaking it down. Now, another thing that I'm feeling is that since there is a certain energy coming from a certain country, which is influencing a lot of people right now, we're looking at things and how they're being overturned. We're looking at things and how they're changing, at the work that's being done. So there's going to be a lot of focus on the work that needs to be done, on the work that a lot of plans coming up and out, a lot of talk about plans, a lot of, discussion around how things could be done, stuff like that. But for the next week, at least, things are they're just the way they are with the Hanged Man, right? They just stay the way they are for now, but things are being sorted and shifted. Okay, let's dive from Aries through to Pisces. Aries, what's coming up for you this week? What can you look forward to? What do you need to know? The archetype of Aries, the consciousness stream of Aries, the energy flow of Aries, the energy signature of Aries, and those that fall into that or align to that. Aries, the week ahead. So the card that immediately fell out for you, Aries, is dun, 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 the Seven of Swords. But the Seven of Swords popped out in the reverse. And in this deck, and this is from the Biblical Tarot, we see here Jacob and his father. And Jacob shows up as the deceiver here. And it says, Jacob said to his father, I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done as you told me. Please set up and eat some of my game so that you may give me your blessing. So this is a cuckoo story. And some of you might know it, some of you might not. So really briefly and quickly, there were two brothers, Jacob and Esau. Jacob he was peaceful, and he represents agricultural societies. Esau represents the hunter-gatherer societies. And so Esau was the hunter, Jacob was the farmer, and their father, he loved Esau's game, or his soup made out of meat. And Esau was also the oldest son. So he was the one to receive the blessing from the father for his future. So the energies, the wisdom, the knowledge, the monies of the father would pass on to the eldest son. But Jacob was the favorite of the mother. And so the mother told Jacob, go in because your father's blind, and put on some wool, and your father will feel it, and he'll think you're Esau because Esau was super hairy and Jacob was not. And then he's going to give you the blessing, and you can walk away with everything, and Esau will have to go figure things out for himself. So that's exactly what Jacob did. And that's what we're seeing here in this part on the Seven of Swords, is that there's some kind of a deception that's happening here. Okay, Aries, there's some kind of a deception. You may have been self-deceiving, or someone may have been deceiving you, but it's showing up in the reverse. So that means the deception is wide open. It's you're no longer being fooled. You're seeing things for what they are. You're hearing the story live. You're recognizing truth. Truth is revealing itself to you. And this is a good thing. This is an excellent thing, because now you know what you need to work on. Now you know which direction you need to go forward in. And this is the Knight of Coins. And this may have to do with as well that with some kind of a monetary issue, Aries, that some kind of a monetary issue opens up, releases you in a sense, but you may still have to work this one off. You may still have to work this one through. This may be thinking about things, this may be planning things, this may be budgeting, this may be you name it, but there's some kind of a self-deception, I feel, that is coming in on this monetary energy that you may have to face this week, and which you will, and you will succeed doing so. You will work through it and show yourself to be really, really, really a hard worker, a tough worker here. I also feel as if some of you in the workplace, this is another thing that's coming up. Some of you in the workplace areas may feel as if somebody's running off with your accolades, with your acknowledgments. It may feel as if you've put in the hard work, you've, really exerted yourself, and somebody else is getting all the glory. This may be your boss, this may be your supervisor, this may even be a colleague who's acting as if, they're the ones that did all the work when it was really you. So there's a little bit of a grudge here, and Spirit's warning you, don't get stuck in this energy. Don't get stuck in this energy of grudginess and resentment, okay? Try to figure out a way to reveal your truth without pulling them down, okay? Try to figure out a way to shine, to really be able to showcase your talents, your gifts, your abilities, so that people recognize you. Instead of trying to work with others, do right by others, don't worry about that in that sense. Like, really step forward and try to work in a way that people recognize and see you, okay? Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, as in showing what you're able to do and what you can do. All righty. Moving on to Taurus. And again, I'll try to keep these shorter because these are just weekly snapshots. They're not the rest of your life, right? But they can be pivotal moments in the experience of your life, clearly. So let's see here. Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for this week ahead, please? Taurus, your pro card that is coming up is the Six of Coins. So fair exchanges, answered prayers, equality, and people seeing you as a generous, wise person this week. People really cherishing what you have to offer, cherishing what you have to give, but you also being willing to give above and beyond, to give above and beyond. And you've also got the Nine of Wands here, right? So hanging in there, staying tough. I'm also picking up a stubborn energy this week, Taurus. So you may be digging your heels in on something and setting your boundaries, drawing the line in the sand, and not really stepping away from what it is that you truly believe in. Okay. And it feels as if you're wanting to be fair towards others, but not giving of yourself to the point that you've given yourself up entirely. So there's this balancing energy that is coming in. But I also feel you praying. You're on your knees praying for something, and you're really hanging in there. You're really holding out. You're giving it all you've got. You've given it everything. And you're feeling like, I'm down to my last note. I'm down to my last coin. I'm down to my last energy. I don't have any more energy left to give to this situation. And it feels like your prayer is going to be answered. It really does. It feels like your prayer is going to be answered, and people are going to help. There's some kind of a help or assistance that is coming in for you. Again, this may be a monetary situation similar to Aries. This may be a situation where you need help with a project. If we're looking at your work, whatever it is, there's some form of aid or assistance that is coming to you freely, because people recognize your generous heart, your generous nature, and they really want to support you and want to help you. It could also be that you're being asked to help someone this week. So don't hesitate to do that. If you run into situations where people need your help, or you can be of help in the situation, don't take that step back and think, oh no, it's, not my time. It is your time. You've been placed there for a reason. So start working with that. That's another thing I'm feeling for Taurus coming up, is some kind of a reason or purpose is becoming very clear to you this week around your own self and your life and the situation that you find yourself in. It really feels as if it's becoming super, super clear why you're here and what you're doing here. Gemini. Gemini, what's coming up for Gemini, please? What's coming up for Gemini? And we've got, ooh, the lovers. The lovers. This is your card. We're talking Gemini and the lovers comes up and out. So the lovers is Gemini in the tarot deck, and we've got the three of coins. Okay. There's some Gemini, it feels like there's some relationship that you're willing to invest in or work on, and you're really wanting to put your all into this. And you're hoping that somebody's going to reach out and be willing to work with you as well. And it also feels as if you want to start working on things that your heart desires. So you're no longer willing to invest in things that you're not interested in or that you're not about. You really want to do things that make you happy. You want to do things that make your heart sing. You want to, some of you may be looking into going on your own, becoming self-employed or what have you. Some of you may be looking at moving out, emancipating yourself, starting a whole new life, getting your own place. Some of you may be looking at a new relationship and anchoring yourself into that relationship with your partner. And overall, it feels like a super exciting and open energy for you this week, Gemini. And I feel a lot of things that you tackle will succeed. It really feels as if whatever you put your mind to, because you're starting to learn that for whatever it is that you want, it's really about working on the relationship to everyone connected to what it is that you want. So if you want a new home or a house, you're working on the relationship to maybe realtors, the relationship to your partner, the relationship to your family. If you want a new job, you're working on the relationships to your friends, to your colleagues, to your network, right? So you're realizing that you want harmonious relationships, you want harmony in your life, and you're willing to work for that. You're willing to invest your time and energy into that, and you're putting a lot of effort into it, which will pay off. Now, I also feel that somebody's got you on their mind, Gemini. Somebody has you in their eye, and they're willing to work with you on some kind of a relationship. This is someone who is very caring about you, very protective of you, you may be feeling overwhelmed even by them, but they feel like you're it. They've known you and they feel like this is it. You're it for them. And it really feels as if they're willing to support and protect you and uplift you, but you may feel a little bit overburdened, like they're overbearing in a sense. Okay, so this may also be a parental figure. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but there's a lot of love that I'm feeling around you. And it really feels as if they're willing to work on things to repair things with you. So that may come up for you this week as well. Talks with your parents, talks with your family, siblings, maybe, who knows, but talks with people that really, really deeply love you and really, really, really want the best for you, but somehow finding a harmony and middle ground so that you're able to freely do what it is that you want to do with your life without completely icing them out. Okay. So there's some kind of a repairing of relationships that I feel is coming up this week as well. Okay. Cancer. Cancer. What's coming up for Cancer, please? Cancer. How are you guys doing? Good morning. Let's see, Cancer, you've got the King of Coins and you've got the Eight of Wands. Now, this is interesting. Cancer, the King of Coins has to do with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You may be dealing with an earth sign this week, as well as someone who's very grounded and practical, but this may also be the actions that are required of you this week, that you become grounded and super practical in everything that you have to do and everything that you have to get done. Okay. The Eight of Wands is indicating that this is a fast moving period. This is a fast moving time, Cancer. This can also indicate that there's going to be a lot of communication between you and someone specific or significant who may be a King of Coins. You may be talking to a King of Coins, talking about a King of Coins. You may have to show up and communicate as a King of Coins. So stand in your power, stand in your truth, stand in your conviction, stand in your principles, stand strong. But whatever it is, it feels electronic communication a lot this week. Emails, text messages, so on and so forth are going to be flying back and forth. But also that this week is going to move fast. It's really going to move quickly. And you have to be really solid about your decisions and your movements this week. Okay. So be practical when it comes to spending money, Cancer, when it comes to making, gut decisions kind of thing. Like be really, really, really grounded, practical, mindful, aware, all those things that you think a King of Coins is. But I also feel amount of money coming to you this week. So this may be a boon, this may be a gift, this may be a return of a loan, but it's an amount of money that is significant, but not like over the top, never work again, clearly. But it is it's tied to some kind of a message. That's all I'm picking up. It's tied to some kind of a message, and it's coming to you this week. Okay. So feels good. I also feel some of you going out on dates, going out with someone who's really special and having a good flow of communication with them and feeling really solid and safe with this person. Okay. Leo, what's coming up for Leo? What does Leo need to know? Good morning to you guys. Good morning. Yay. Good morning from up here. Ah, okay, let's see, Leo. The overall energy. Oh, Leo, you've been praying hard. Some of you Leos have been going through it. We've got the Nine of Swords. But the Holy Mother Mary is right here, and she's got her hand on your shoulder. She's got her mantle protectively laid around you. So there's some kind of a protection that's coming to you from the spiritual world that you may or may not be aware of. This may also come in through ancestors, but it may literally be the feminine, divine goddess energy. But you've been praying, Leo. You've been praying hard. There's some kind of a situation which has you on its knees. You can't see a solution. You can't see a way out. You're not quite sure what the best thing is to do at this moment or at this time. And you're even wondering how you got yourself into the situation. Like, how did I get here? And you feel duped. Some of you feel absolutely duped, like somebody duped you. So you're finding you're going to receive compassion and care. And I also feel that some of you have a mother that is looking over you or watching over you. So this may be someone who has a deceased mother as well, but there's a maternal energy that is looking over you, watching over you, taking you into under their arms. And I really feel like this protective energy just wrapping around you. So I feel this week meditations will help you a lot to get into contact with this energy and connect in with this energy. I feel like your higher self has the solutions that you're looking for, but you have to get into this quieter space to be able to pick up on it and be able to hear them. And sometimes we forget that. We think that all solutions are in the mind, but they're not. They're not. And the mind plays a too large a role in some life scenarios. And this is one of them for you, Leo. It's time to like really surrender. Let the mind surrender and get into that flow. And you get into that flow through meditation and allow your heart to open. For whatever reasons, I'm feeling also like your heart is closing. As you can tell, he's holding his neck, he's holding his head. So he's actually closing off his third eye, closing off his throat chakra. You can't see his heart at all. So he's closing himself down here. And it's a moment for you to actually open up. And the light will shine through the cracks. The light will shine through the cracks. But I'm hearing you are protected more than you know, more than you're aware. Spirit is aware of what you're going through, Leo. Your prayers will be answered and heard. And it's time for you to use this energy, to use this situation to really connect with your higher self and to really get your solutions and your informations from there. And not to think that you can find it by spinning in your own mind like a hamster in a wheel. Okay. Some of you may be talking about a really significant relationship in your life. Like this is a relationship that really changed things for you or is about to change things for you. This is a very deep, profound soul connection. And some of you may have lost this soul connection and you're still hanging on to it or thinking about it and what went wrong and what could have been done better. And others of you are walking away from it and you're having a hard time doing it because you realize fully that you need to step into your, especially women, I'm picking this up on, you need to step into your feminine. You need to step back into your strength. You need to be in you fully realize that this is not a relationship where you can blossom and bloom. Okay. So hang in there and focus on really connecting with your higher self, with your ancestors, with the energies that are there to protect and guide you. Virgo. Virgo, what's coming up for Virgo? What's Virgo's message? What does Virgo need to know? Virgo, we've got the Five of Wands. You've been fighting. You've been fighting. And some of you Virgos may be feeling ostracized. This is Joseph and his jealous brothers and his coat of many colors. Okay, I'm not going to get into that story. It's the youngest brother of a clan, and he turns into a prophet and all these things. God just takes him and shows his glory through him. But before he gets to that stage, he is ruthlessly mobbed by his older brothers, and they make him or his mother makes him a coat of scraps, which they also mock, but it's actually the most beautiful coat. So anyways, he's wearing his coat of many colors and his brothers are behind him. This shows the Five of Wands energy, having to always assert yourself, Virgo, having to always defend yourself, having to always justify yourself and your actions, and you're sick of it. You're sick of having to explain who you are to people who are constantly intent on seeing you in the wrong way, seeing the wrong things about you, judging you in the wrong way, and you feeling like, I don't really belong here. I honestly, I'm not meant to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. So what's holding you back though from leaving this limiting environment is the Two of Swords, this indecision, because something is demanded of you, Virgo, that you don't seem to want to do. You don't want to pay the price to get out of the situation that you find in yourself in. It feels like you'd rather complain. Yeah, bit of tough love here. And it feels like you're not willing to do what it takes. And so you constantly find yourself in these situations over and over and over again, or the same situation consistently. And all you can do is complain about it because you're not willing to make the sacrifice, which would end up not being a sacrifice at all, to leave or to change your situation. So there's an opportunity this week here for you to jump ship again. You know, like again, a doorway opens, an opportunity opens. This may be as simple as you saying something, which gets everybody all riled up, but they realize you're not to be messed with. But it can go all the way to you packing your bags and leaving and moving on, because that's what Joseph ended up doing. It does also say in the New Testament somewhere that Jesus said to his disciples that if you show up somewhere and they don't appreciate you or the message, then get up from that place, shake the dust off your feet and move on. He doesn't say stay there and stick it out and try to convince people and endure. He says get out of Dodge. And that's what I feel like I need to tell you, Virgo. It may be time to take action here on something that you know you need to change, but you're unwilling to take the next step to do so. Okay. Your week. Libra, what's coming up for you? What's your message? Libra. What does Libra need to hear, please? Libra. And we've got the Queen of Wands and the Three of Cups. Ooh, Libra, you've been going through it for some time now. You have. I remember the previous readings and they were quite, some of them quite heavy. Yeah. But this one is finally a light at the end of the tunnel. You've come through. You found your mojo again, or some of you are about to. You found the excitement for life. This is the Queen of Wands. She loves life. She loves herself. She loves looking good. She loves connecting. She's an inspiration. She goes out and she networks. She handles her business. She's very active. She's glowing. She's all of that, right? And here we have the Three of Cups, which is, of course, a larger group of people. So a friend group, a network of colleagues, stuff like that. So it feels like you benefit this week from showing up, Libra, from being visible, from being heard, from people seeing you, people being able to touch you, people being able to connect with you. If you want to sell anything, you have to let yourself be seen. It's almost like you can't hide behind anymore. You have to get out there and let yourself be seen. But this is also a week of having fun, like just going out with friends, having a good time, enjoying yourself, receiving tons of compliments. People may say to you, wow, you've really grown, you've really shifted, you've really leveled up, your energy has changed, something about you is different. People are going to really notice that, and it's going to be impressive. Okay, so you have an amazing week ahead of you of really goodness. I feel all answers to all your questions in the positive. The answer is in the positive, and you're going to be feeling it. You're going to be feeling really popular as well this week. Okay, so I do feel as if some concerns may be there for some of you that are, because I feel like some of you may be exceptionally good looking or exceptionally smart or exceptionally everything all at once, but you stand out and people see that you stand out. So there may be some kind of trickiness here for you when it comes to social gatherings and networks and friends, because automatically you're in this higher position and some will try to tear you down. So be mindful of that. And but otherwise, I do feel like it's a positive energy for you. So go enjoy it. Scorpio, what's coming up for you this week? What do you need to know? Scorpio, Scorpio, please. Scorpio, we've got the Page of Cups and the High Priest. Whoa. What's going on here, Scorpio? It feels like a really deep spiritual week where you dive into esoterics and occultisms and learning about things and really try to find answers. You're really open to learning. You're really open to, it's almost like you've reached the end of the rope and you're finally opening yourself up to what's real and what's really true. You've tried all the tricks in the book, they haven't worked or haven't lasted, and now you want the real deal. You want to dig all the way down. Some of you are really having oof, okay, that just pulled me in two different directions at once. Okay, some of you are thinking about going back to certain kinds of religions or groupings, but others of you are being pulled in the exact opposite direction. But common to all of you is the willingness to learn. I also feel sharing your love. I also feel something around a pet. Some of you have a small pet. This pet is your earth angel. This pet is there to accompany you, to guide you. Some of you may be taking your pet to the vet this week. Um, Getting a higher, what do you call it? Information getting information from a higher source in regards to someone or something that you love. This may also be a child. Okay, some of you may be dealing with a child. Some of you may be starting something new, like a new project that is very close and dear to your heart. You've been given responsibility over this at your place of work, okay? But there's something, some kind of an authority figure that is looming over you that you're intimidated by a little bit, that you're deferring to. But it's only for now. It's only for a short time. It's only for a short time. But there's something really, really, really spiritual this week that pops up for you. Some kind of a deep spiritual insight, a recognition, a download, an intuition, an inspiration, something that comes from outside of you, and you distinctly know that it is outside of you, but it's coming in for you this week, and it is beautiful. Okay. Also a level of protection. Yeah. Also a level of protection. Okay, Scorpio, some of you may be also talking about weddings. Some of you may be, someone may be making you some form of an offer, or going down on one knee, or asking you to move in with them, or making some kind of future plans, which lets you know they mean it with you for real. So that's also coming up this week. Okay. Let's see. Sagittarius. What good news can I give you, Sag? What is the good news? What good news can I give you? Let's see. Sagittarius and this week ahead. And we've got the Emperor. That's interesting. The Emperor and the Tower. Ooh, okay. Sag, whee. I wanted to give you good news. I really did. And here we have the Emperor and the Tower card. These are two major arcana cards. So there are forces in your life that at play that are a little bit bigger than your intentions and desires. Okay. Your intentions and desires, which have led you to this point, those energies are now connecting to other forces and energies. And something else big is playing out in your life here. So it feels like some kind of foundation is coming to a shakiness. When I say foundation, immediately, of course, everybody falls into panic and they think I'm going to lose my entire life. No, no, it might be that you built a foundation in how you create art, a foundation of knowledge. And that foundation is now being overturned because new knowledge is coming in and you're changing your mind. It can be that small and that simple, but it can also be bigger things. And I do feel for some of you, because of the Emperor right here, which usually represents manifested physical structures, it might be bigger things. Okay, so there's a little bit of a, but not too much, nothing to worry about. Again, this is just a weekly snapshot, but there's something that is coming in. Remember that the tower breaks down because of the truth of God. The light of God comes into the error that man has built up in his mind. So this is another thing that may be happening is your error towards certain things that you feel are absolute truth are coming to light this week, and they're going down, which is actually really liberating and freeing for you. You're learning the truth about yourself. I feel some kind of situation shows you who you truly are, and it's not that bad. Otherwise, there may be difficulty around established relationships this week. There may be a little bit of a squabble energy. Clarification need, is in the air. The need to clarify things, the need to be straight about things, the need to be articulate about things. It's all in the air, Sagittarius. And it feels like, yeah, you're gonna get things cleared this week, but there may be a lot of friction and tension, but towards the end of the week, it's all dissolved. It's all gone, all worked through, all dissipated. Saggies. What else, please, for Sagittarius? That's pretty much it. Okay, that's pretty much it. Capricorn. Cappies. What does Cappy need to know? We've got the Three of Cups and the Page of Swords. Somebody's thinking about fun, like your entire mind is just on good times. You're at work and you're focused on your personal life. You're in your personal life and you're focused on the gossip. So this seems a lighthearted week this week, and some kind of information coming through the grapevine to you, Capricorn, about a certain someone. It also feels again as if somebody's watching you. This was there for another sign as well, but I'm feeling it here for you too, Capricorn. Somebody's got you in their sights. Someone's got an eye on you. Someone is thinking about you, wondering about you, dwelling on you, and you may be feeling the way, letting go and really having a good time because there's this something that's churning in the background, and that's this person who's got their eye on you. So it does feel like, it's a lighter week. Feel free to let go, just have fun. It also feels as if this week, anything like if you're studying, it's going to be easy for you. So information coming to you is going to be relatively easy with the Page of Swords energy there for you. Finding things out in an easy way, in a light way. This is all going to work out for you. Some of you may be contemplating a continuation of education, return to school, certifications, doing something extra like that may be it as well. I'm not feeling too much in the relationship end of things. It's almost as if there's a pause on relationships right now, like real relationships. So if you're already in one, it's going to stay that way. But if you're trying to find one, this year feels tricky for a lot of people. And for you, Capricorn, it feels like you're in the environment of good friends, lots of people. But if your Mr. Right is there or Miss Right, I'm not quite sure. We're seeing here looking and trying to see in the crowd, are they out there? You know, is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Can we skip the dating part and just move in together? It's kind of like yeah, there's this yeah, I don't want to get your hopes up. The possibility is there to flirt, to have fun, but the energy, it doesn't feel like this is what the universe wants of you right now at this moment. Next week can be a different week. Remember, we're doing a snapshot, a weekly snapshot. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. All righty. So moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, what's coming up for Aquarius, please? And the two cards fell out for Aquarius, and one is the Seven of Coins and the High Priestess. Aquarius, you've got a lot to ponder and think about this week. You may be isolating yourself, withdrawing, thinking about things. There may have been a situation where you felt slightly embarrassed or humiliated as well, where you felt like, oh, that didn't go as planned. And it feels as if, you're going back to the drawing board with something. You're going back and starting over from square one. You're reassessing, you're looking at things differently. You're trying to intuit what's a better way forward. So it does go as planned this week. And it feels like you're going to have success this time around, whatever this is. Maybe this is conversation, maybe this is a work project, whatever it is. And Spirit is saying, don't forget to take your time. Don't rush into things. Both the Seven of Wands, coins, and the High Priestess cards are very slow moving energies. The High Priestess has to do with eternity, and that's what some of you may be thinking. Is this what it's going to be like for eternity? Because if it is, I can't do it. And but you're wondering, okay, what can I do? Because everything I've tried up to now doesn't seem to be what I want to do, can do, should do. And Spirit saying, get quiet with the High Priestess energy. This is also silence. This is the meditation. This is the connection to higher. This is the connection to Akashic records, to your soul plan, to all these things that you can only access in a certain state of silence. So Aquarius, it feels like this is a week where you might pull it all in, and you might take some time off for yourself. You might just be taking certain times during the day to meditate, but it feels like it's time for you to reconnect to your higher self and your soul and your spirit again, and to be able to really read in the book of your life, right? So you see how she's holding this book, okay? When it comes to relationships, I feel like either you're very shy or you're dealing with a very shy person. And either or, I'm just going to read it one way, but however it applies. But both, you seem to be focusing on your career, making things blossom in your life. You feel like I have to have the perfect life before I can have the perfect relationship. And so you're really focused on getting all that done, but it sometimes feels overwhelming and daunting. It's like, why do I have to go this way? Why do I have to do everything by myself? There's a certain loneliness that I'm picking up from these cards as well, with the Seven of Coins and the High Priestess. They're both very isolated energies and work on their own. So it's not this fear of aloneness or anything like that. No, but a certain, I wish I could share my joys, my successes, my pains, my doubts. I wish I had someone to share life with. Okay. It feels like this is going to continue for a while because the High Priestess also represents spiritual lessons. Okay, so this is not going to go on forever, but for the next week or so, because that's what we're looking at, this might continue that way. Okay, so you going into self-reflection about what were my intentions when I got myself into certain situations, because those are the seeds that you plant, and reassessing everything else, Aquarius, like really reassessing here. Okay. Alrighty, and Pisces, 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 and we're at the end of it. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. It's like a workout. You really have to train your energy for this. Pisces, your week ahead, what is it that you need to know? What's your message here? Oh, Pisces. Let me pull one more card here. Pisces, you've got the Lovers. All of a sudden, I heard Shaggy in the back of my mind, echoing through space. So we've got the Lovers, and you've also got the Ten of Cups. This is an amazing week for family things, okay? For family things, family situations, relationship connections, love connections, all kinds of intimacies, good connections with your best friends. This is the week for it. You're going to feel super soft, Pisces, very sheltered. I wouldn't even say protected. It's like beyond the need even for protection. I also feel an energy. Oh my goodness, look at that. Two of Cups. I just turned it over. I just turned it over. So you've got all the love cards here, all of them, Pisces. What can I say? What can I say? You've got the Lovers, you've got the Ten of Cups, and you've got the Two of Cups. What? This is a week of love. Now I'm hearing the love boat. Now I'm hearing the love boat. So this is a great, like you're going to feel so loved this week, but also have the opportunity to love. And that's so important for all of us. Not only that we are able to receive love, right? And some of us have to work on that because it's not that easy, but that we also have someone who's willing to and able to accept our love and the way that we love and how we show love, and that we don't have to change that about ourselves because somebody else can't handle it. And it feels like this is all coming into balance for you, Pisces. It is those of you that are single, this is a real opportunity for you, a real window where you might get to know someone who's going to be very significant, very special, a soulmate connection moving forward. But those of you in relationships, someone's really going to commit to you. Okay. You're like marshmallows. You're like s'mores to people this week. You have this scent about you, this energy about you that just really wants people to smell you and be in your presence and be in your vicinity and be in your energy and be in your aura. And you walk by and they're like, what was that? What was that? So you're going to get tons of compliments. This is a week that you absolutely shine and glow up. People like to be around loving energies. And you're going to really, really, really feel the love of the universe, I'd say. Not just of one particular person, but just falling in love with life again. So this is an excellent week. Hold on to that energy for as long as you can. Really live it, really dive into it, really feel it, really be in the moment with it. And let's see where it takes you, okay? But this feels like it's all about connections, all about love. Somebody loves you very much, Pisces. Very, very, very much. They're so into it with you, and you're the Olivia Newton-John. You're the one that I want. Oh my goodness. Like just yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, so amazing week ahead. All right, let's look into the Q&A for you guys. And you've got, ooh, everybody's still kind of dozing. Okay. Hi, CJ Brooks. Hi, B. Hi, Twinkly D. Danny. Yes. All right. So if you would like a personal reading, go right ahead and drop your question. And don't forget that the donation button is at the bottom of the chat, and the link for the support page is in the description box. All right, I'll post it. I'll pin it at the top here. Just give me 1 second. Do. Oh my goodness. I have to take a sip of my tea, you guys. Plum tea. Plum tea. I'm feeling kind of plummy. Mm. Yes. Oh, and I totally forgot. I have a special for 2025 going on. So, what's your 2025? A reading just for you in person, no recording. Well, it will be recorded, but we will talk on Zoom. And we're going to look through everything, your astrology, your numerology. We're going to look through the cards. We're going to dive into every divination method that I'm fluent in, and it's not a little. And we're going to have a real look at the energies and the possible situations that could come up for you and what you need to navigate in the year ahead and how significant this year ahead is going to be for you for the next 10 years. We're going to have a look at that. So you make the right choices. So let's see. And you'll find that under the special section when you go on my booking site. But I'm just going to post the support section right now and pin it. But I think from that page, I'm not quite sure that you can get to the main page, which is where the, let me check, which is where the 2025 reading is. Can you? No. Okay, that's fine. Let me just give you the link for the 2025 reading then. And woo, this week it's all about aliens again. We have aliens living in our oceans. It's finally been acknowledged. Finally, it's official. We have higher intelligences that are far beyond us in development living in the oceans. It's not something that we didn't all already know. And so that's, it reflects the level of apathy towards that news is quite reflective of what else is going. And there's a big alien base on the island of Guadalajara Guadalupe, sorry, near Mexico. Mm. Yes, and the Mexican side. I knew Mexico's connected to aliens. I've spoken about it, I've posted on it, I've posted on my Instagram, I've posted on my Facebook. The Mexican government came out and acknowledged that there were aliens. They even, they used to go around this island. There used to be, I think, whale diving and shark sightseeing tours, which the government then stopped because they said the waters were too dangerous. But was it really just the waters? There have been magnetic anomalies in that area as well. Mhm. So it's all around Baja. And really, really interesting. But the majority of people don't seem to really, because again, no pictures for for people. No, even though they admitted as well that they have bodies. They have bodies. So, yeah. Some people, of course, think this is again a distraction. It's hard to know what to believe nowadays. So some people think this is just a distraction for everything else that's going on. Other people are like, but we know that there are other life forms there. Danny, hey Karleen, hope you're well. Wondering if the sun should go flip out or Hollywood Bowl for his birthday. Okay, let's pull a card for that. That's a sweet question. Depending on the age of your son, let's see. Should the sun go flip out or Hollywood or bowl? Ooh, this is the Hollywood bowl. Okay, this is the sun card, but the other one's not bad either. That's the Page of Wands with a flip out. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but sounds fun. But Danny, according to these cards, the Hollywood bowl, yeah? Enjoy. Karleen, at work, they merged two offices a year ago, rebranded us X and Y, but last week they changed to theirs, dropping the Y. Okay, name plus name, I'm guessing, but last week they changed it to one and dropped the Y. That was a huge blow to our morale. Do you think that will stay? Uh, ooh, X and Y. Last week they dropped. Ah, I feel like this is gonna stay. Like that's what it is now, and you guys will adapt. That's what it is now. Somebody bought somebody out, maybe. Mm, yeah, this is what it is. So we've got the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from something or moving away from something. Aaron, this is leaving something behind, but moving into something bigger and better because the eight leads to the Nine of Cups. We've got the Two of Cups, so some kind of an agreement that was reached, mutual benefit for all. And this may have been a part of that. And we've got the Queen of Coins, which is all about stability, longevity, long-lastedness, groundedness, rootedness, strong identity, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that kind of energy. So I'd say it's going to stay that way with that one name now. Okay. Hope that helps. CJ Brooks, how will I do with love in 2025? Ooh, love, love, love. Let's see here. Love. How will I do with the love in 2025? Thank you for the donation. Thank you. That goes into my gas fund for my spaceship here to get back home. Thank you. Thank you so much, Elena. No, B, I don't have that coffee thing anymore to donate. It was totally annoying to me on the back end of things. And so I prefer the support thing and the chat thing here. Yeah. Yeah, everything's different in Europe. It's they have much stricter laws over here regarding a lot of things online. So that makes it's a lot easier in the States. You have 1,000 options, but also less security, right? And less honesty in a sense. But here everything's very transparent and very secure and very regulated and very, 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 very in some cases a little tricky to navigate because of that. So I'm now sticking to the tried and true. So let's see here. CJ, how will I do with love in 2025? How will I do with love in 2025? CJ, ooh, you've got a new opportunity coming up for you, yeah? Yeah, you've got a new opportunity coming up for you, but it's still going to be something that leaves you very independent. Why do I say that? Because we've got the Judgment card. This is a renewal. This is a reawakening. This may even be someone from your past coming back around. Could be, doesn't have to be. And past is relative. Could be this life, could be a past life. But what have you? You've got the Judgment card, a reawakening of your heart, of your desires, of relationship ability, all of that. Then you've got the Six of Cups. This is where the past came in for me. Now, this may also connect to if you have children, through your children or through being in a childlike state. What puts you in a childlike state of joy, of fun, of learning, of openness, of receptivity? Go do that because this is where you're going to encounter this person. And then you've got the World, which is absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. It's strong. It's feeling whole. It's feeling complete. It's coming home. It's coming back around again. It's feeling like this is the right thing for me. So these are all positive energies coming in for you next year. And I'm already feeling like I'm feeling the ripples of it in this year already. This is beautiful. But by next year, you should be exactly 1 year from now, you're going to have come full circle. Okay, CJ? And there is an opportunity there for you, but you have to. And this is the last card that I pulled. You have to get over your avoidant tendencies, your fight and flight, your anxiousness, all of that, and your tendency to just cut and run, right? Because you're very independent and you're going to be able to retain this independence in the situation that comes up for you. You're going to be able to stay independent. So don't run away from things then, okay? If something good comes your way. But I do feel something good is coming your way, okay? I really, really, really do. And this is also someone who might be a traveler. He might travel a lot or they might travel a lot, okay? Twinkly D is confirmation stuff in my bathroom dropped. Okay, B, I'm going to donate a coffee. Be right back. Thank you, B. Oh, yeah, we were just talking about, no, wait, I don't have the coffee thing. Um, I thought Hollywood Bowl too, Danny. Yeah. Elena, am I going to get the job that I interviewed for? Elena. Um, I feel like there's something better waiting for you, Elena. There's something else. It's almost as if you've cut yourself a little bit short with this job. I don't know. But there's something else waiting for you. Okay. So the first card that came up is the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords, as you know, is clarification, heartbreak, that kind of thing. But then you also got the Five of Wands, so competition, throwing yourself into the thick of things, um, all of that. And then you've got the Nine of Wands, resilience, hanging in there, staying true to you. So I do feel as if either either way, this is not your direction. So it could be that they directly, it's going to be hard for you to get an answer out of them because that's what I'm feeling. It's going to be either hard for you to get an answer out of them or to hear back from them again. But if you do, and you do start there, it's going to be a very tricky work environment for you, which might lead you to leaving again. So the thing is patience. There's something else that is out there for you. You've got the soul card. So this is the fool card, throwing yourself into something brand new, opening yourself to something amazing and completely different from what you've done up until now, maybe. And, really trying to do things that you've never done before, pushing that envelope, pushing your growth. And the Six of Cups is really focusing in on that work environment. Yeah, that you really pray to spirit, pray to God and say, I really want a work environment that is healthy for me, where I can thrive, where I can connect, where I can feel whole. Like this has to be one of your top priorities. And I feel like so many of us are always, as long as we have a job, we always kind of sell ourselves a little bit short. So I'm feeling like, I don't know, Elena. Okay. I hope that answers your question. And thank you so much for the donation. Um, let's see. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Aaron, thank you. All righty. Okay. If you guys have any questions in regards to anything that's happening also socially right now, let me know. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. One for the week in general. Yeah. Again, these cards came up before. I forget for who. Was this Taurus? I think it was Taurus. The exact same cards came up. And that is the Six of Coins and the Eight of Wands. So things moving really fast, fair exchanges, people being really focused on fairness in general this week, focused on fair communication as well, focused on balance again. We've got the Six and the Eight, which are harmony and hard work. And hard work to elevation, elevate. So it really feels like a more, again, it's a sweet spot week, a balanced week. Nunya, Karleen, is the best way for me to quit smoking going to be via hypnosis? Because at this point I've tried everything. Ooh, smoking. That's a tricky one. Osho said that if you want to quit anything, do it with your open heart, your full heart. So absolutely, he said to smoke it, but really do it with full awareness. So as you're sitting there, you're fully in the present, you're fully in the here, you're fully in the here and now. You've meditated into that space. As you light up that cigarette, you recognize where the paper was made and what's in it, where the tobacco was rolled and what's in it, all the ingredients that go into that. And you realize the filter and you realize the smoke flowing through and where the smoke escapes and how it flows into your body and where it goes so full 100%, 360-degree view and 100% awareness of what you're doing. And he said that'll be the last cigarette you smoke. So try it, try it, try it. I believe that it absolutely can work like that, because everything that we experience and that we're doing in this life is a form of leading us to some kind of an awareness, either about ourselves, about life, about our power, you name it. And this is just another thing for you can use as a crutch to get into a different level of being and of awareness. Okay, so it's not about going into resistance, because what you resist persists, as the saying goes, and don't punish yourself for being resistant, but just go into complete self-awareness and complete acceptance, utter, complete, and total acceptance. And I'm pretty sure you're going to quit. Yes, the super chat went through, Nonya. Thank you. Monette Alexander, yes, absolutely. You can have guidance for 2025, but since that's a huge question, it's a pivotal year for many people. There's a reading that I'm offering, and the link is all the way somewhere in the chat, but also on my booking page. And also, I think in the description box. If not, I'll make sure that it goes in there. And we can sit together for 40, 45 minutes, an hour, and just talk about you and your 2025 and every single aspect of it. So relationships, money, career, family, spiritual development, your unfolding, what the 2025 will point to, what opportunities are opening up for you, the energies as they unfold through the months. We're going to have a look at all of that. Yes, Nonya, go for it. Let's see here. Let's talk Trump. CJ, don't get me on that. No, 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 no. Do you see me in my spaceship? I'm in my spaceship here, okay? I literally left. I had to go. I had to go. I had to go. I had to go. But I am obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed, because we're here watching history play out. We're here watching prophecies play out. We're watching prophecies play out. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I know some people are saying it's not even real politics. It's just a show. Like a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, said that to me. And I'm like, yeah, sure, it's not even real politics, and it's just a show until you have to suffer the consequences of it and how you live your life, and all the things that are when I realized this was years and years and years ago. This must have been 2009, 2008, 2009, so a very long time ago now. But we were in Vancouver, like I realized it, of course, way before that, but when it really hit home, because you think it, but it doesn't really hit home. You still go about your normal life, you live your normal thing, and you're fine in the cage that you're in. But when it really, 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 really realized that this cage is actually keeping you from flying free, and that this cage is a total lie. That was in 2008, 2009 in Vancouver when we were living there, BC. And that's when they started the whole smart meters for the electric companies. And you didn't have a choice. You didn't have a choice. There was no vote. There was no question. There was no nothing. And a lot of people protested. They went up in arms. They blocked their houses. So they were people were forcefully had their smart meters installed on their houses. It was a wild moment. But that's when you realize that, like, freedom? What? And they said we needed it. We needed to do it because it was part of a drug fighting scheme. And through smart meters, they were able to see also which houses used exactly what amount and which time. And so they could make note of the houses that were using excessive amounts of electricity and go check out what was going on over there. I mean, you have to like, what? So yeah. Now smart meters are still there. It's now a standard, right? So it's yeah, and that's when I thought, oh, interesting, interesting. We have no say in this current structure as it is, but we have an immense amount of say in the energetics. As the saying goes, we all have the government that we deserve, right? So we have an immense amount of say through our energy, through our choices, through our actions, through our desires, and right now, okay, moving on before I lose myself in that. Star White. Hi, Star White. Will I get a full-time job by the end of December? Will I get a full-time job by the end of December? Ooh, I feel next year is your year, Star. I really do. There's an awakening point that's still coming for you. Yeah, I feel spirit is still trying to connect with you in a certain way, and they've put you in this, I don't know, this kind of time out, but you're not breaking. And it's not that they want to break you, but they want you to realize some things. And you're like, but I already realize it, so why do I need to go through it? But they're like, no, you need to realize it on some really deep, deep, deep level. Why do I say that? You've got the death card coming up as the first card. And so the death card is transformation, but it's also it can be a new beginning. I mean, we can see it as that. But then you've got the stillness card, which is the Four of Swords. So things don't really change with this, right? And contemplation. Then you've got the Queen of Swords card, which is decision-making, analysis, discussions, talks. Then you've got the King of Wands card, which is demanding that you get super active, but you've also, because the King of Wands is very active, but then you've also got the Nine of Swords card, which is overthinking things, prayer, thinking things through. Now, this can all be reflective of where you are right now as well. That could be another thing, but what I'm really feeling is exactly what I just said, that yeah, next year I feel is your year, and that spirit wants you in a different place, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, some way, somehow. Okay. Now you can speed that up and absolutely have it by the end of the year, but yeah, there's something saying you have to be willing, and I'm also hearing willing to receive the help. So I'm not quite sure what that means, but willing to receive the help. There's something you're not willing to take or do. Okay. Trump topic never dies. I know, I know, I know. I always walk right into the trap. Anne-Marie. Hi, Karleen. I was thinking of moving to another part of Ireland early next year. How does that idea look? Right off the bat without pulling a card? Great. Fantastic. 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 There's some kind of a magic energy that's coming up around Ireland again. It feels like this is going to be a hub of some kind of energy that is going to make waves next year. I feel like there's something still unknown about Ireland, like I don't know, there's some kind of a mystery, but there's something still kind of like the alien base around Mexico that suddenly came out and everybody goes, oh, that explains it, why all these anomalies were happening. It feels like there's something around Ireland that has still yet to be revealed, similar to those lines. But yeah, I feel another part of Ireland early next year, go for it. It's right off the bat, no cards pulled, but hold on, let me pull a card and see what comes up. Yeah, you've got the Three of Cups. So it totally, totally, totally reflects here. Three of Cups, Two of Swords is movement. Six of Swords, sorry, this is movement. This is going on travels, going on a trip. And we've got the Page of Wands, which is celebration. So yeah, it feels totally good. Go for it. Good news, I'm packing my bags. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I didn't know that about the BS reasoning for smart meters. Yes, that's what they told everybody. Yes. At the same time, back in Vancouver, some of you guys know, I'm not quite sure, but I don't know if it's still like that now. It probably is, but back in the day, they were having a lot of issues with gangs. People were getting shot, mowed down in the streets. And it was shocking for Canadians because that doesn't happen in Canada officially. That's something that happens south of the border at those, with those I won't call them savages south of the border, but Canadians kind of see them as a little bit volatile and a little bit, uh, yeah, never, you can't really gauge what's going to happen. Things could pop off any second, but Canadians are stable and they're amazing and they're emotionally strong and we don't do that kind of thing. So it was absolutely horrible. And so part of that was to get a grip on and before they legalized weed, remember? So that was back in those days when it was still absolutely illegal. So they were looking through the smart meters, who was growing all these stuff and who would need all that amount of electricity to create, you know, to have the weed farms or to create other interesting things. Yep. Especially those that were hidden away because Canada, as you guys know, have British Columbia, it's almost all forest. So there could be anything in any part of the forest, some kind of hut or whatever that they would never find even flying over it, but they will find it through the smart meters. Yes. Yay. Yay. Okay, you guys, I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna go dive in to the UFO and make sure you guys watch that. Watch it, watch it, watch it. It's all over YouTube. There's a hearing at the US government that happened yesterday, the day before, on UFOs and was not even whistleblowers. You can't call them whistleblowers anymore, but people came out that were actually in connection with elements that were absolutely real, and they speak about it. And these are people from government and military directions. So it's really, really, really cool. It's similar to the hearing that they had in Mexico, though. Last year, in Mexico, they also had a hearing on UFOs. And yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to continue because it's pretty long and it's pretty interesting. Even though, isn't it time that we're finally told what's going on? Isn't it time that we're finally just openly spoken to and like stop treating us like children? This is not helping things. And I get it. Humanity is a dangerous animal. We are dangerous people, dangerous entities. Who knows people are still hunting in Africa, right? And they don't care that animals are about to go extinct or certain, as long as they have their trophies. So I can imagine wanting to protect a new, air quotes, new, since they've been here longer than we have, but maybe they're quite capable of protecting themselves, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. In the comments below. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for doing the breath work with me in the beginning. And yes, yes, yes. CJ Brooks, that actually conflicts with biblical teachings. CJ, you just know how to pull me right back in. You just throw things into the chat that just pull me right back in. What do you mean that conflicts with biblical teachings? That's so interesting. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'll wait here. I have to read it. I have to read what you mean. Mm. Mm. The Pope, I think years ago, not that he's representative of, well, I guess he is in a sense. I don't know. I'm so confused about a lot of things right now. But maybe he is. But he came out a couple of years ago and he said that, yeah, um, all creatures are God's creatures, also the ones that are not human beings. So he's kind of prepping humanity to acknowledge soon, relatively soon, that, and I think the encounter point will be around 2030. I think that's the whole reasoning for most of what we're going through and trying to clean up humanity very quickly or rein us in. This is like cleaning up the city for the Olympics, and you have to hide the homeless people. Now we're trying to clean up the entire planet and getting everybody onto one track because we are on a course for open encounter. And that might be 2030. And I also feel that we shifted timelines as well for that. And why I think that and feel that, number one, I feel it. And number two, because Geordie Rose, who created the first quantum computer with his company D-Wave, who I always reference and point towards his talks and stuff like that, he talks about it. He literally talks about it. And yeah, so I really think that, and I also think, and I know this is controversial, but I think it can't be more controversial than the flat earth theory, but I have a theory personally that the earth is actually a ship, and that we as humans have no idea about it because the trajectory is just too long. But it's actually a ship, and I might get into that over on my Patreon. Okay, so if you're not on my Patreon, now you have an incentive to go on over there, and it'll be a video whether you're a paid member or not. So I will see you over there. Yes, the church has to change views, absolutely, and it is doing that. Better late than never, but it's doing it. Um, Christians will have to defend. Ooh, ooh, okay. Maybe, 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 maybe. All righty, you guys have an amazing Sunday. Mwah. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to breathe throughout the week. Take a deep breath in. Remember that life flows through you and expresses itself through you, and everything you experience is divine because you are divine. Have a good one. Bye.